Good morning. I thought we'd take a look at the villages and what's happening in the market today. We're a good halfway through January 2024, and we've got quite a few homes available in Dabney, and Moultrie Creek is starting up. This video is going to be maybe a little choppy. I just want to warn you of that. I'm going to have different homes for sale, different price range, and what the bond is. I'm going to try to look that up for you so you'll be able to figure this out as well. So let's just jump right into it. I did a quick search on the Villages app. I did Dabney, which is I'm going to say, above the turnpike, the farthest south you can get. And it's clearly down by 470. And let's just take a quick. So I sorted from low to high. The first house here is $215,000. It's called the Cottage. It's only 863 square feet. That's small, but for some people that's plenty. It looks like a one-car garage. Let's take a look at the map where it is. Let me zoom out a little. So it's pretty much across the street from the Dabney recreation area and pool. I've been there by golf cart. It looks pretty good. Nothing that, it's a little ride to Sawgrass Grove, but not a very bad location, not way out at the end, but just kind of in between from the Lake Denham area, and that's where the map is. Let's take a look a little bit at the house here. I'm really going to only go very, very quickly of these homes and what it is, but for $215. So let me just point out how I do this. There's a number in the corner, VNH $, and then it says 75V. Now I'm going to do this. I will cut this in later, but I go to the villagedistrict.gov website for the bond amounts, and you've got to know what district it's in. And clearly, Newell to Dabney is in Lake County, and it's in District 14. So you have to pick the county correctly first, and then you go to it. So I picked this one. This is the 75V. It can tell you even it's in the Kernston Villas. And so, these are the smaller, but $215,697. And the bond is $22,794. I'm going to say this pricing is probably similar to what I saw in 2021, that you could buy these homes for in this price range. So here's my bigger list, and you can see a lot kind of in this exact, the ones that all say 75V in the little number. It's going to be this 22. So let's go to, let's get out of the one-car garage, and we're trying to stay with new. A lot of these smaller villa. Now we're getting up to 1,200 square feet. Let's look for our first two-car garage. Let's go with the Emerald. 1,295 square feet. Again, it's still in the 75V bond, so you still got a $22,700 bond. And let's just look at the house. So almost 1,300 square feet, and you get a golf cart garage. That's what that is over to the side. That's a good price for the amount of square footage you get. This is probably one that would be very popular for those that are either looking for a second home or a home that would be a future retirement home if they decided to, and they just needed a good 1,300 square feet or so. Looks like a good thing. Let's just see where it's located on the map. And again, it's in the same neighborhood. It's right across the street from the Dabney pool and rec center area. So everything's just across the street, not that far. And you're in a little bit, when you really look at it, you're not right next to 470. And it looks like Spring Avenue. And that makes sense. Not a bad price. Same bond, 22. Not a bad idea. Now, I will mention this because people will mention it in the comments if I don't mention it. Lake County has slightly higher taxes. The mill rate is higher than Sumter County. Sumter County has two different tax rates, whether you belong in Sumter County kind of north of 44 or below 44. It's around that district that the rates change. Lake County is the highest, and it only affects Newell through Dabney at this point. Let's scroll up and look at some more houses. I want to see when we jump to about 300,000. And I'm going to pick a house here. Let's go with, I believe this Poplar is usually a very, it's almost 1,500 square feet. And 1,500 square feet is a good size, Usually 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, just like this one. Let's just take a look at it. Let's just see where that is. Again, same neighborhood, just slightly different area. Looks like slightly bigger lots than the villas. You can see the villas on the Conroe Street. The lots are a little tighter, and these homes that are a little bit bigger, 314,000. I think that's a good price. I think that's a price that very, very competitive. You can go back quite a few years to get this kind of price. Now, some YouTubers are calling it that they lowered the price, or I'm not so sure they did. But I also think they take into consideration where it is. It is on that southernmost part above the turnpike. And you're going to have to go a little ways to get to town squares, unless someday in the future they connect lower than that. But I would not want to, do not plan on it, do not anticipate it. Between 470 and the turnpike, I'm not so sure. That looks like a big challenge. Just to look at floor plans that you can look, this has got pretty open concept between the living room, dining room, garage. It doesn't have the golf cart garage, but it is a 2-car garage. And let's go back to probably the most important thing, the bond, 74V. So clearly not in the villa category. We go to this house, which has a good 314, but the bond is 41,273. So we're into about 1,500 square feet. 314's a great price. The bond's 41. That's a pretty big jump. But you're getting a little bigger lot. It's probably figured out, how these bonds work. They calculate based on the costs of the area. And let's go into the $400,000 range just to see what we get. Sorry, I'm going so fast. Recording here. I think what we're seeing here is there's a lot of homes and a lot of choices. We're into almost 1,600, and the prices are $369. Excellent prices. Excellent prices. The Sycamore is a very popular one here. 1,859 square feet. I didn't really get all the way to 400,000. Let's just look up the bond cost here. 76V. The bond's a little lower here, 40,611. Now keep in mind, the interest rate is 5.47 on these bonds. So, oh, I made a mistake. Let me correct the bond is 38,902. I may have to correct it. I will correct the, you'll see on the screen on the ones in the past, I was getting from the wrong column. This is 38. I'm sure the other one that we just did is less than 38. And I'll go back. I apologize, but made a mistake there. Let's just take a look at this house. These are all simulated interiors. But I know a lot of people like this open floor plan. So I think it's a nice setup. This is a frame with vinyl siding. But a $38,000 bond. Let's go ahead and look at. Finally going to get into the 400,000. Let's just go with the 405 here. The Avondale in Dabney. The bond is 79V. I'm going to click over here. I do have this other computer. So it is a villa. And the principal amount, first column, $29,758. So 10,000 less for the bond on this one. Let's take a look at where it is on the map. Looks like it's in the far reaches of the corner of 470. That may not be the most desirable with the highway, or it's not really a highway, it's Route 470. But it is probably a pretty well-used road come mornings and evenings. And that may be the pricing of the home is a little bit more affordable for that size home. I mean, keep in mind, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, over 1,700 square feet with a golf cart garage. If you look at the floor plan, so there is up to 405. I'm not going to go higher. I'm going to assume people are looking at the 200, 300, and 400. If you're into the other categories, I think you have a lot more choices. This is Dabney, and trying to give you a little bit of an idea of where the prices are. I think the prices may be a little lower than they were at the end of the boom that was happening. I would say in 21, 22, clearly houses were hard to get and prices were a little higher. A little. I'm not predicting prices are going to fall. Also, interest rates seem to be coming down a little bit for people that need to finance. So that's a quick snapshot of Dabney. What I'm going to do is a separate video. I'm going to do the same thing for Moultrie Creek. Let's take a look at Moultrie Creek next in my next video. Should be out pretty quick after this video. So you're going to look at Dabney, and then I'm going to talk you through Moultrie Creek. Thanks for watching. Hope you like and subscribe to this video. No. What did I just say? No. Must be too early. I think I need more coffee. Look forward to the next one on Moultrie Creek, which I think is where people are looking now.